Welcome back to another episode of the Two Truth Podcast, man. Listen, I want to give a huge shout out to all of our supporters, our stans, our haters, our first and last time listeners. As always, we are doing it for the ladies, man. Shout out to our AF community, man. Huge shout out to Rob, man, for making this machine go forward. And today, we're missing Nate the Great, man, but we got Phil 2.0 in the building, man. How you doing, brother?
Great.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
There you go, man. Well, what's going on, man? How was your weekend?
Oh, it's pretty good. Cool. Chill weekend. A lot of NBA watching. Man, I watch. My wife had a wedding, so when she has a wedding, I watch as much of shows she doesn't want to watch. So I watched Man on Fire, the new TV show, start to finish.
Yeah, I started binging that myself.
So, and then Sunday was Mother's Day. So playoffs, Man on Fire, Mother's Day, that took it all.
Phil's got it kind of good, man. Like, I love Justine, but I would love to come home and have a weekend to myself.
No. You don't have to preface it like that, because
it is nice, bro.
Because Justine's been like, "What are you doing this weekend?" I'm like, Megan's got a wedding. She's like, "Oh, so you just be by yourself?" Like, yeah. She's like, and so when she's working and you're here, she's just by herself. And I was like, yeah. She's like, wow. That must be fun for you guys. I was like, yeah. I mean, no, it's alone time is fun.
I love your setup. I'm gonna try to figure that out in my relationship. Some alone time. How was Mother's Day?
It was good.
What'd you do?
Man, the multiple families things with in-laws and everything, you got to juggle. It's like, yo, when can everybody for this mom get together here? When can everybody for this mom get together here? So my sister had to do stuff with her mother-in-law in the morning, so she hosted everyone Sunday evening at her house, had some Cajun food, hung out, and that was pretty much it.
That has got to be interesting how do you navigate mother-in-laws and biological mom?
It's crazy because you're like, everybody's mother-in-law is their spouse's actual mother, so like you really got to balance.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I guess I'm different. I'm like my mom first, and then everyone else's mom will get some sort of, but my mom is going to be the first touch point. And it's funny because a lot of my buddies this time, this year, it seemed like they were spending more time with their like in-law.
Because that's their girl's mom.
That's crazy to me. That's such a foreign thing to me. I'm like, before I let myself go and spend Mother's Day with Justine's mom, I'm going to send her on her way with her mom, and I'm going to see my mom, bro. Is there anything? And if I say that, I know it starts an argument, but like, that's my mom. It's Mother's Day. It's not my mother-in-law. It's not mother-in-law's day. It's Mother's Day. I know that like she's my in-law and whatnot, but my mom takes a priority, and I don't give a fuck. Cancel me. I don't care.
And herein lies all the depth of the word in-law in general.
So did you host anything yourself? Did you do anything with your moms? Did you do anything special? Any highlights? Best gift, worst gift?
No, we didn't host. My sister hosted because she said we host all the time, which isn't true. But
you didn't take your mom for coffee or anything? Nothing like special one-on-one time?
No, we get a lot of one-on-one time now, which is great. But no, I did not. No, we had some food, watched some NBA.
Yeah.
My sister pulled out some old pictures that she got from I don't know where.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's about it.
My last question. So who made the Cajun, the whites or the blacks?
Man, that's a great question. It's a restaurant that's in the original Nate's Wings and Waffles location. It's called Jude's. I'd never heard of it, so I don't know.
Interesting. Nah, man, I'm messing around. But what we did Saturday, Justine and I and Isaiah, we kind of spent the day as a trio, made it about Jay. We're kind of going through like a refresh of her closet and styling a little bit. So we spent some time shopping for some stuff. And we did that all Saturday. We grabbed dinner. And then on Sunday, we hosted Mother's Day brunch at our place.
Yeah, because you got to host forever now.
Yeah, and it didn't end. Like, people didn't leave till 9 p.m.
That's what came with that house.
And so, I made the entire spread for brunch. Grabbed a bunch of flowers, and so all the moms made like floral arrangements for themselves and put them in vases. And then we had like a nice little arts and crafts center for the kids to kind of draw and write their own personalized Happy Mother's Day cards. And then I ended up making dinner because people were sticking around.
Oh, a surprise dinner's kind of crazy.
Yeah, man. So, and like the pre and post is a bitch, right? So it's like you got to pre-plan and clean the house before you start.
It is crazy when you host that you got to clean twice.
Yeah, man. It's not a vibe, man. So that was what my Saturday and Sunday kind of consisted of.
That's
But
tough with the 5 a.m. wake up, 4 a.m. wake up. That's a tough turnaround.
yeah, and it just reinforced again that dads got it bad, man. Mother's Day and Father's Day are two. It's a night and day, bro. It's like heaven and hell.
I wouldn't say it's like hell. It's like heaven and lukewarm bathwater. Father's Day is not hell. It's just yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and the other thing is you can't tell your family that like what's the thing you want for Father's Day. If I tell them I just want to be alone, that's a problem.
But you know what you need to do? You need to do what all the moms have been doing.
What's that?
They just been making reels. Because my Instagram has been flooded with reels of 30 and 40 something moms talking about what they want for Mother's Day. And it's a lot of, hey, it'd be nice if you did everything for me. But if you do anything and I have to clean up even a little bit, then I would prefer you just get the fuck out of my face. Just leave me alone for the day. I don't care what you do. I'm not mad. Just leave me alone.
So would you say that is what motherhood looks like in 2026?
What? I think that's what motherhood probably has always looked like. This is just the first generation who's had a bullhorn to say it. Because they're the first generation have been allowed to get their own credit cards, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What about you, Rob? Did you do anything for Mother's Day? I know your family lives outside of Washington State, so
Yeah, my mom lives in Florida, so
yeah.
I gave her a call. We chatted for a while.
There you
just
go.
to catch up.
There you go.
Connected with her for a little bit. But,
Good, man.
Yeah.
No,
No trips, no visiting, unfortunately.
no doubt. No Washington mom has kind of like adopted you.
Not really, no.
That's crazy. You're like a likable guy. I'm surprised no like
You're too
50-year-old woman in your neighborhood that hasn't just like adopted you as her like resident son.
No, because
I mean, maybe if they hear this now.
I feel like to be adopted as a resident son, you need to be young enough to like have some things you can't do for yourself. Like they need to see you struggling with something.
Sure.
Like, oh man, I noticed he wore that shirt every time he goes on a date. Or like, oh damn, I noticed he's always getting Uber Eats. Let me cook him. You gotta show a crack in your armor somewhere so they can be like, he needs help.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. But shit, anyways, man, I'm joking. 90% of the shit I just said is all jokes, man. Happy Mother's Day. We love you. We appreciate y'all, man. And look forward to running it back in 2027, I guess, man. So switching gears, Netflix, Kevin Hart, The Roast.
Funny.
Did you watch it?
I saw the acronym. Was that the Funny Athletic Forum Festival?
You're talking about the other Netflix special he did.
I just saw. That was the other one.
So he did this.
This was
Funny
Netflix
AF.
as a joke.
Correct.
This was the Netflix as a joke festival, and this was
Sure.
like the culmination of the festival.
Yeah, and I watched that as well, and I thought that was pretty good too.
Okay,
It was a really good. It was like a 4 or 6 episode kind of like round robin where they started with like 30 comedians and kind of through each episode dwindled down to one.
Okay, I got to check that out.
It's good. And they had a bunch of guest comedians like Chris Rock and Nikki Glazer and
All the
Chelsea.
people who weren't on the roast
yeah, I mean some of the people on the roast were
there too.
there as
Okay.
well for
Yeah.
sure. But back to this Netflix Kevin Hart roast, man. You watched it?
I watched most of it.
Okay, so before we get into the nitty gritty, what was some of the more funny, memorable moments for you as you were watching that special?
Usher playing to his strengths was funny. Like, you a singer, dog? Yeah, sing. Yeah, make a parody. That was funny. The Pete Davidson saying that he's the only one who deserves to get this Saudi Arabian money had me on the floor. That shit was hella funny. I think I've always thought Chelsea Handler is funny, so that was funny. And as a whole, I think Shane Gillis is hella funny too. But as a whole, everyone's refusal to say shit about Regina King had me fucking dying.
What I had to go and fucking Google who her husband was because I thought for
No. Regina King, not It was Regina King, right?
Yeah. I went to go because she first didn't really laugh at anybody's jokes towards her.
Yeah.
And no one really made jokes aimed her way.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's is her husband some like rich, crazy guy that will murder you if you say something? Because like they also just didn't touch it.
Yeah.
They didn't make jokes.
Yeah.
Her way.
Yeah. Not at all.
I didn't know what that was all about. Shane Gillis attempted, but he was just like, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, that shit was funny. Pete Davidson straight up was just like, pass.
Yeah, I think for me the fun the funnest portion of that was The Rock coming out. He was drunk, fully and festive, and he was letting those jokes rip, man. He even was shooting his shot at Kevin Hart's wife in front of Kevin Hart. And I was kind of uncomfortable, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah, see, yeah.
And the other thing was like, all right, we all want to see it. Come sit on my lap. Come sit on and he's like, come suck on my nipple. It got kind of weird. It got kind of weird, but The Rock is hella funny. The other thing that was really funny was he was like, we both come from like solid pedigrees, like my dad, your dad. You guys all know my dad. My dad is he's no longer here with us, but he was a really good wrestler and he has a photo of him and he's just nice chiseled guy. And he goes, Kevin Hart's dad. And it's Kevin Hart's dad just in not the most pleasant photo, looking terrible. And Kevin's like, what the fuck is this? Who gave you this photo? This is a terrible picture of my dad. And he's dead. Why would you do that? He's all right, I'll change the photo. And then the second photo that popped up was his mugshot from being arrested. So that was it was kind of funny, man. But all in all, man, I thought what else? Shane Gillis getting at what's her name's deceased husband was kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, people were letting the suicide joke fly.
That was crazy. Who was it again?
It was Cheryl Underwood.
Cheryl Underwood. I was like, yo, that is. I went and I Googled it, and
I did too, because I was like, yo, wait. They keep after the third suicide joke. I was like, wait, is this for real?
And the only thing that made me feel better about it after I did my Google searches is that it happened like 30 years ago. This is 1990.
That is better, I guess.
What else? My other question is, what is this, like, is Chelsea Handler really a whore?
I mean,
It got silent.
that's something I think she's joked about in comedy.
But like, is she actually a whore though?
I think she would say, like she said on her show, she said, I'm rich and famous. I'm doing the same thing y'all doing.
I don't think I heard that one.
She said, I'm happy my elevator has never stopped on any you guys' floor, though.
Her boobs look nice on at the roast though. She looked really nice.
Maybe that's from her work with Ben Bruno.
Ben Bruno, shout out to Ben Bruno. You see what he did with his son? I got like 30 million different people sending me photos and videos of Ben Bruno with his newborn holding power blocks. What were I guess my question, like, what is the difference between like funny and viral, just being viral for the sake of
Ooh, that's a good question. Man, I think funny makes people laugh. Viral gets shared. And viral is like an absolute number where whether it's a -7 or a +7, it's a 7 away from 0. And that's all that matters. So when people are looking for viral shit, they don't care if it's super negative or super positive. The point is you hit that share button. Whether you hit it to laugh with your homies or you hit it to get angry together, you shared it. And that's what viral is.
So do you think there's a place for people that are watching and listening to comedy to walk away from that experience and say, I'm very angry about what I just witnessed?
I'm sure plenty of people did. I would also say if you tuned into a roast hosted by Shane Gillis and left angry, you a dummy.
And produced by Jeff Ross.
Why did you show up?
Yeah.
You showed up to be angry.
Yeah, and I for the life of me, I've never understood why people have gone above and beyond with that kind of that they're going to these shows specifically to report on how terrible the jokes were and how insensitive they were.
Yeah, I don't know. That shit's weird.
Interesting. I think for me, the only thing that I really didn't like about the roast was Kill Tony. And the thing that sucks about it is he's really fucking funny. But I think that it's really important to recognize, man, like if we're here to celebrate somebody like Kevin Hart, which is a black man, that means a lot to the black community. when you talk about black excellence, I think it's his responsibility to be very responsible in who he's gonna invite to the cookout as his plus one. And I think he dropped the ball with Kill Tony as his plus one. You know what I mean? It's like I found his George Floyd joke to be highly insensitive.
Did you find any other of his jokes to be highly insensitive?
Yeah, I think where he turned to all the black people behind him as Shane Gillis called him a racist, and he finds getting a group of black people to do ballerina as like a conductor and then turning around and doing that thing. I thought that was also right. But I also think he's like a real racist. So I have an issue with that. And again, if he wants to go to Joe Rogan's podcast or fucking Jeff Ross's roast and do the thing, have at it. I just don't want to see you at a black event getting that off with a group of black people in a room. I think that's where I kind of draw the line in the sand. And again, I can argue my own point, but I just didn't like it. And fuck Kill Tony. I you know what I mean? And I also think that like Shane Gillis said it a million times. Like he is really like this, and he is really racist.
Yo, that shit. He's hella funny. That should be. He cracks me up, especially because his jokes do not land, and I'll just be sitting at home dying. And Megan's looking at me like, "What about that was funny?" I was like, "I don't know all of it," but yeah, every time he were like, "He's like, no, this dude's a fucking Klansman."
Right, for sure. Like again, and going back to my my analogy with like the cookout, right? If you decide to invite a white person to a black cookout, right, you're responsible. Like, it's your responsibility to make sure that that's somewhat vetted, right?
Yeah,
right, because there's an etiquette.
yeah.
It's not to say that I want control over what this individual says and does. I just want to make sure that when we're in these spaces, if we have guests outside of our race and culture, that they act according, right? And I don't think Kill Tony Kill Tony acted appropriate, and fuck him. And I think Kevin Hart, we could have done without Kill Tony on a Kevin Hart roast.
I agree, but I thought that the lineup in general was too big. I think you already have enough people whose comedy is already, I don't know, right-leaning enough, for lack of a better word, that I don't think you need Kill Tony. I don't think you need Draymond Green. I don't think you need Tiana Taylor. Or half the Plastic Cup Boys, for that matter, especially Spank. God damn. But yeah, I think you could easily do without Kill Tony, because if you're going to have him, then the laughs should outweigh the specter or the spectacle of his crazy shit, and it didn't.
Yeah, and again, I want to emphasize this by saying when he got up there to tell his jokes, 95% of them were funny as fuck. And I just did not like the George Floyd joke. I found that to be highly offensive. And it kind of spoiled the rest of his set.
I agree with that. And
he could have done without it, is what I'm saying.
He could, yeah. Yeah. And one of the reasons it spoils it to me is because he gets off his jokes like an auctioneer. Like, he is just spitting so fast.
But that's what makes him great.
But it's also what makes that, like, if you tell me 5 jokes in 20 seconds, but then that George Floyd silence last 20 seconds, all I remember is that one. I don't remember none of that other shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, yeah, it can kind of fuck it up. But also, as a comedian, that is your job to figure that out. And sometimes it don't land very well.
Yeah, for sure. What'd you think about Tom Brady's set?
He's got a great plastic surgeon, and I could see them diamonds I could see him from here.
You know how much that was?
Like, I looked at the TV, and then I looked out my window, and I could see them in real time.
$6 million.
$6 million.
$6 million. There was a lot of expensive watches out there.
Yeah, we had a $6 million. We had a 1.5. Serena had like a 375. Yeah. Who else had a big one?
Meek Mill had a really expensive watch.
Meek Mill and Serena had same brand, different watches.
Probably different size.
Yeah.
Rolex?
Yeah. No. Neither of them had Rolexes. Only Tom had a Rolex, I think.
Really?
Yeah. The $6 million was Rolex, right?
Yeah. Tom Brady's
I think Serena and Meek were APs, but real APs.
Yeah. So you're not a supporter of the AP swatch?
No, I was until it became a pocket watch. I was supporter of the Fugazi AP.
The Rock looked good up there though. Did you see pictures or photos? Did you see videos of
his new slim down?
He looked really good.
Do you think he's slimmed down for roles, or do you think he just finally stopped doing steroids?
Yeah, I think he turned one needle in for another needle.
Yeah. Oh, no. There's no reason. He would need to do Ozempic because all he would have to do to lose weight is stop doing roids.
Maybe.
That man's so juiced up.
Yeah, that's crazy. But he looked good. He looked like a lot of fucking money.
Yeah,
He looked like a lot of fucking money.
It's funny because when I see like him or Brady, I'm like, man, I see the money on your wrist, but like you look like money. Like that's not what 50 years old looks like.
You know, they got him approaching $1 billion too in Forbes. I know that that's not like the most accurate, but they've got him at like close to 900 million.
I believe it. People go to see his movies. His movies suck, and people go see him. His movies are garbage.
Yeah, man. I think that going back to the, being mindful of who you invite to the cookout, man. Next subject or conversation is Caitlin Clark and Morgan Waller, man.
Yeah, speaking of
Waller.
Speaking of who you invite, you should also be wary of who you show up with to the cookout.
Yeah.
Because if somebody says we going to a barbecue, you should know if you going to a barbecue or we going to a cookout. But yeah, Caitlin Clark she walked out the Morgan Wallen concert, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And she got a lot of shit for that. And at this point, she's been put in a place since being at Iowa versus Angel Reese, and she's leaning into the thing that is she's leaning into the fan base that makes her the most money.
But you would agree that her fan base is racist, right? For the most part.
Her fan base has racists.
But you don't think that it's a lot like it's if we had a pie chart it, you don't think it's 50% or you don't think it's 50% of her fan base is racist?
Oh, that's very interesting. And I don't know. I know her fan base has. It's so hard to tell because on the internet, which is the only way I have to judge.
But she's also
racists
not
are hella loud.
But she also never has like taken a moment to try to silence or stop put a kibosh to it either.
Correct. She has not tried to alienate her fan base at all. It's weird because people like pit her against Angel Reese when really
it's not people. It's white people.
Well, whatever. Black people do too.
No,
but her contemporaries.
But black people can recognize from a mile away that Angel Reese isn't better than. So like we're not.
It doesn't seem like they can. Angel Reese is not as good at basketball.
Yeah, like she's not as good as she's not, and she's definitely not as good as Caitlin Clark.
Right, but her contemporary is Paige. And Paige has handled everything very differently.
Sure.
She's also better at basketball. But she's handled everything differently. You know, she has gone out of her way to be like, yo.
That ain't cool.
This is my shit. She wakes up every morning and while other people are saying Grand Rising to my queen, she's saying, wakes up and says, I'm here because of black women. Thank you. And that's how she starts every day.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I don't even think she's pandering. Like, I think she's really, they're different people.
Yeah.
And she, I think, really appreciates the path laid for her to be who she is.
Sure.
And yeah, she just handles everything differently. And Caitlin's going to make money as a result of it. And she's going to deal with a lot of shit.
But I think it's also important for our listeners to understand why we think it's such a bad look for her walking out with Morgan Wallen at his concert, right? Like he is notorious he's a repeat offender when it comes to just end bombs, man, right?
He is a repeat offender.
Yeah. And it's like I find it extremely hard to believe that she doesn't know that. And I think she definitely has some blind spots, but to think that she is just unaware, don't lie to me.
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
That's the truth of it.
Yeah.
Not there's like because who cares?
No, I agree.
I mean, black people care. It's the WNBA. There ain't hella black fans. I've been to games. There's not hella black fans.
Yeah, I know.
So like, she doesn't care. It doesn't change her pocket.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but that's from a calculated point of view. Yeah, it's not. She could go out of her way to be apologetic, and she would gain
nothing
3 fans and lose 20.
Sure. Yeah. And again, by no means am I calling Caitlin Clark a racist. I don't think she's a racist. I just think that like
she's just not going out of her way to go against racists.
Yeah. And I guess that's what I have a hard like that's what bothers me most is like we have a lot of people in society today that are just navigating life with people that they know feel strongly about certain things and they go, that's just who they are. And I'm okay with that. And it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And I have a problem with that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have a problem with it because I'm the one on the side of the offense this time.
Yeah.
But I'm sure many times I've been on the other sides. I'm sure many men have hung out with a friend who their significant other would be like, well, what are you doing hanging out with him? You know, he's a repeat offender of XYZ. And you're like, yeah, but honestly, that shit don't affect me. So,
but even in your day to day, if you have a friend that you know is hanging out with this other person that happens to be just like nasty in these areas, you're not going to start looking at your friend a certain way, even though it's not your friend that's committing all the.
Oh, absolutely.
So then, how do you navigate that?
I think you just
neutral.
Oh, like how do you navigate someone?
How do you if let's just say Zach has a friend
Yeah.
that you're not friends with. You guys don't even really know each other,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But Zach's your best friend.
Yeah.
And for some apparent reason, Zach continues to hang out with this other guy that you know is a known racist.
Yeah.
You don't start looking at Zach a weird way.
Oh, of course.
And so then, how do you navigate that at some point?
That's a great question.
Because I think that's the thing. People they just gotta be like, well, it doesn't affect me.
No. But yeah, this is my point with the Caitlin Clark thing. I don't think there's enough people that are hanging out with Caitlin Clark who are offended by her hanging out with Morgan.
No, but like this like fucking.
Like, if Paige Beckers walked out on Morgan Wallen, it would affect her pocketbook way more.
No, but what happened to what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong? Fuck the pocketbook and all that other shit, bro. Like, what happened to just integrity and just being like, you know what? I don't stand with this. I don't fuck with this. And I don't care who is my supporter and who doesn't support me.
It's never
my
been...
integrity matters more to me than anything else. And I'm going to denounce it every single time. It doesn't matter.
It's just never been fuck the pocketbooks.
Yeah, I guess.
It's good. Like that's
I guess.
Capitalism starts with capital.
Yeah, man. I don't like it. It makes me feel uneasy. And like the more and more I start to kind of take a sit back, I like sit back in my chair and I kind of like just even evaluate my friends. I'm hypercritical. And it may not even be anything that they're actually doing. And it might be more, and I might actually have to do more with what they're not doing, what they're not saying, and how they're policing their friends out. You know what I mean? Like, because they are a representation of who you are.
Yeah, and I think people do that all the time. And I think that's where things get murky with caring about that versus people trying to implement cancel culture.
Yeah.
And the reason I think that is because, like, you'll notice, you see it in politics a lot. People will get mad at, like, let's use Democrats. People will get mad at the Democrat they can get mad at because they know they can't get mad at the Republican because it doesn't fucking matter. That person doesn't care.
Yeah.
So people get mad at people who are more related to them because they can control them more, and they feel like they can. I'd rather cancel someone who's partly on my team than someone who's not because I don't have power over the other person. And I think that's where Caitlin Clark lies. They're like, well, she's in this all-woman sport, so we can assert some power over her because she needs us. And I think her fan base, she's brought up a fan base that's like, nah, we don't. She brought up this whole fan base. Her fan base is not WNBA fans.
Yeah.
They didn't exist before. They have to go to new arenas when she comes into town. They're honestly just Great White Hope supporters.
Yeah.
And she brought them out of nowhere, and you can't cancel her because she's not cancelable within that bubble.
Sure.
And I think that can be frustrating to people too.
Yeah.
Because that shit sucks.
Yeah, man. And I think even within our like black culture, and when you think about Morgan Wallen, I mean, he's been embraced by a lot of people of color. I think he's been on like somebody like Lil Durk's album. I mean, he's been on a lot of black artists' music and projects and whatnot. He's been on a lot of, people of color's podcasts. He's had a lot of black people walk out during the show. And again, I don't know much about him, and I might be blowing this out of proportion a little bit, but I don't like anytime I hear a white person just M-bombs. I think that's hella weird. And I think that stems from something that was taught to you as a child. And it tells me a little bit more about your own upbringing and how your mom and dad might look at me and mine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stay clear. I'm gonna stay away from you. I'm not fucking with you.
That's fair. I would also say, as Kendrick said on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, there's a reason he wrote that song and said, yeah, you don't like the N-word, you don't like the N-word, you don't like the N-word. Keep that same energy with the F-word.
Sure.
And which is why Kevin Hart lost the Oscars, which was touched on a lot at his show.
You can't compare the two.
Of course, you can.
You can or you can't.
You can.
No, you can't.
Of course you can, because I'm comparing them.
Okay, go ahead.
But he didn't double down. Morgan Wallen has doubled down,
Sure.
which is different, right? But as a power majority, as just a white man, he gets to do that. He gets to double down. Kevin Hart could double down too, and he could be supported by black people, and that's a smaller bubble, and he could do that. He has chosen not to. And one of the issues with power majorities is they literally can do whatever the fuck they want because only their people can police them just off numbers.
Yeah.
And that's what I think when you're not in that group is super frustrating to see, because you get to see that, you know, that Morgan Wallen had a show taken away from him. So did Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart had to do this apology tour. Morgan Wallen gets to do it over and over and over and over again. And we know that if Kevin Hart did that shit, he would not have a career.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know he wouldn't. He'd be playing at the Paramount and it'd be black as shit.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. I mean, you got a point there, man. Well, fuck. Well, I don't know. I'll take it back. NBA playoffs, Phil. Shout out to Nate, man. Big Nick energy, man.
Oh, man.
They're resting.
Yeah.
They are resting.
I hate their team.
I hate their team.
Yeah.
But they're resting right now.
They are.
While the Detroit Pistons and the Cleveland Cavaliers have at it.
And they're hell bent on going 7.
They got to go 7, right?
Nah, it's 3-2. Detroit gave away last night.
They definitely gave away last night, but do you think that Detroit wins one in Cleveland to take it back home to Detroit for 7?
No, if that's what you meant by they got to go 7, then you're right. They do got to go 7.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They tricked that game off last night.
They gave it away.
I couldn't believe it. They were up 10 with like 90 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
And they just...
Here.
And Cade had 39, but he also made some bonehead plays. The one where where James made one, missed one. No box out by Cade.
Yeah.
They got the ball back. Just a bunch of lapses, turnovers, man. And I thought I saw enough turnovers between James Harden and what's his name, man? I think between the two of those guys,
Donovan Mitchell,
they had 27 turnovers.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way in hell they're going to win this game. And
No.
what do? They win.
What I will say is, you got 27 turnovers, and you take into overtime. All we got to do to win now is just not turn the ball over.
But James Harden was balling.
Yeah.
And then the other dude, the European dude, he was like 6 for 7 from 3.
Dude who used to be on Miami.
He's hella annoying too.
Yeah.
He's got the bun.
He's more annoying because of his hair.
Yeah.
When he's on Miami and his hair was just like regular,
What's his
it
name?
wasn't annoying.
Fuck, it's gonna bother me.
I don't know, Cinnabon.
But right now the series is 3-2 Cleveland.
Yeah.
New York Knicks just wrapped up a pretty quick series with the Philadelphia 76ers.
Knicks are going to the championship.
They are going to the Eastern Conference Championship.
No, they're going to the finals.
Oh, so you think they're going to beat whoever that comes out of this series?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, see, I'm not as comfortable because they're beating Minnesota, but they're losing to the Spurs, as far as I'm concerned.
Interesting. I think that the takeaway for me, I know we're bouncing around a lot, but I think the big takeaway for me watching Minnesota play San Antonio is San Antonio is not as good as I thought they were.
No, they're not. That's not about them being as good. It's about them being, for some reason, they're Oklahoma City's kryptonite.
Do you think that there is, I mean, I don't, yeah, I just.
Because you're right. They're not all the way there yet.
Yeah.
But they are the kryptonite for OKC. And I think that's because they got the 3 guys who match up with OKC's 3 guys.
So OKC has they made easy work of the Lakers in 4, right?
Lakers worked their ass off to lose that game 4.
And so now they're awaiting the winner of that Minnesota
Yeah.
Spurs series, right?
Yep.
And they're playing tonight as well, I think.
Tomorrow, both games tomorrow.
So there's no games tonight?
No, nothing tonight.
Oh wow, okay, cool. And so you think if the Spurs end up winning this series against Minnesota, they're gonna beat OKC in the Western Conference Finals?
I think that's what I think. I might just be hoping because I need my ex-girlfriend in the OKC Thunder to constantly be a loser.
Yeah.
But I think come on, Mitch, bring it home for us.
So let's run it that way. Let's just say the finals is San Antonio,
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
Who wins that series?
See, and that's crazy. I don't know.
Because that's a better matchup, right?
That's
For
a
both.
great finals, and I don't know. I know Adam Silver would love nothing more than that matchup because that's a great. Regardless, if the Spurs win, that's the Spurs dynasty continues with a new top to bottom.
So you don't think the NBA wants to host OKC again in another championship?
They wouldn't mind that. I don't think they.
I would love to see
The worst thing I think the worst thing that could happen right now for the NBA is for Detroit or Cleveland to win. I think Anthony Edwards, they love him. Wemby, they love him. OKC as a group, they love them. And New York is one of the biggest cities in the world. So if they win, that's great.
Yeah, I agree. But I would love to see SGA drop 60 in the Garden and in the championship, man.
Well, if there's anything
That
the
would
Lakers
be
did,
lit.
the Lakers didn't do shit, but they did show how to slow down SGA.
Okay, so our predictions are pretty. I say it's going to be OKC versus the New York Knicks. You're saying that it's going to be San Antonio versus the Knicks. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, that's safe to say.
I mean, that's what you would hope for.
yeah,
right?
that's what
because of the ex-girlfriend.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Ex-girlfriend being the Supersonics.
Clay Bennett and company. Fuck Clay Bennett.
Oh, where's LeBron playing next year, Phil?
Man, honestly, go get 150 a season in China, dog. In fact, go get 50 a season playing for the Shanghai Tigers, win the championship,
Phil,
and
shut
then
the
take
fuck up,
that
man.
team and challenge the NBA champion.
Is there
to
a
an-
team? Is there a team in need of LeBron services in 2026, 2027?
Unfortunately, yeah, Cleveland.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't want to hear that shit.
You think Cleveland needs his services?
No, they don't.
That's what I asked you, though. Is
But-
there a team in the NBA that needs LeBron services?
If they do, if they don't win, if they don't win, then they do.
But I don't think the expectations for the Cavs were to do what they're doing at this very moment, which is,
It should be.
I don't know that to be true.
They got a Hall of Famer who's still worth starting. They got Donovan Mitchell, and they got a guy they drafted in the lottery.
You've seen James Harden's game decline over the last 3 years, Phil. You can't have that expectation out of him.
Hasn't declined as steep as I.
Well, I'm actually the opposite of that. I'm surprised that he's playing at such a high clip,
Me too.
like a very high clip.
Me too. But if but the guy that they got, the guy they traded for. This isn't a guy they got 3 years ago, and he's still holding on. They saw this guy at the beginning of the year on the Clippers, and they traded their young guy for him. So they expected him to play like this.
So you don't see a picture. You don't see a world in which LeBron playing in New York with the Knicks.
Nah, that'd be bro. Like he's already switched too many teams. We can't add a fourth.
Well,
Now
he's not
he's-
coming back to LA though, right? Is this safe to say?
I don't know.
Because it would prevent and prolong Luka's career, right? Because you got to put some pieces around Luka, right?
Yeah, I think he's got to go back to I think he's got to go back to Cleveland.
Yeah. I mean, I think it makes great business sense for Cleveland and LeBron, right? Because if they can get him to guarantee this is going to be his last year in Cleveland, a 1 year deal, and do his goodbye tour all year next year, I think it's great for the city of Cleveland,
I think so too.
and it's a great business move for the NBA as
He's
well.
also a good player.
Serviceable, yeah.
No, don't do that. He's a
Bro.
good player.
Bro. Anyways,
He was the best player on an NBA playoff team.
what are you talking about? The Houston series?
And I'm not saying he's the best player in the series, but he was the best player in that series. But I just mean on a team. He was on a team he was the best player on the team in the first and second round.
Yeah. Where does Kyrie go next year?
He should stay in Dallas.
Does Dallas want him?
Why not? Why wouldn't you want Kyrie?
So then what they got to get one more piece though, right?
Yeah, they need to. Yeah, they do.
So
So they
then
get
what
for
do
AD.
they I don't think they got anything. I don't remember.
they just say go to Washington.
Yeah. I think they got money.
That's whack. Maybe they got a draft pick.
Yeah. But I would like to see what Dallas is going to do. LeBron, I really don't care about other than I know it's going to perform well on our data and whatnot. People are going to actually want to listen to that shit. Who else? Who else in 2027? Seeing a different jersey.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind seeing Steph, Clay, KD, LeBron, Draymond.
And Golden State.
Come on.
Golden State.
Yep.
He's giving these young niggas a run for their money just one
Yeah.
more time.
Yeah. What's that old movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone?
I think we've seen that before, though. We saw that with the Lakers and Gary Payton and Karl Malone.
That wasn't that old. This would be old. This would be old. This would be the oldest starting lineup ever. The average age would be 39.
That would be insane. That would be hella insane. You know how many night in, night out these guys would be DMP?
It would just say DMP starters. For what? Old.
Yeah, that would be insane, man. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll keep you guys posted, man, with the NBA playoffs, trades. You threw me for a loop right there. That's insane. I think also I would like to see where does Jimmy Butler play next year? Is he back in Golden State? Are they gonna? Because they just signed Steve Kerr to another 2 year, right?
He tore his ACL, so doesn't he need a minute? Won't he not be back to like All-Star?
Yeah, maybe. But again, I thought they were parting ways with Steve Kerr, and he was gonna walk away from basketball.
He only signed a 2 year deal.
But still, so that means he's trying to win in two, and if not, he's out of there for good.
I don't think it's that he's trying to do. I think Steph or Draymond were like, "Yo, could we do 2?"
It's really Steph. It's not Draymond. They're parting ways with Draymond. They have to. Right?
I figured since he was on the roast, we're just supposed to include him.
Iceman, yeah, that's him. Drake. We talked about it a little bit, man, on the front end, man, but the album will be dropping in 30 minutes, man, and Tyler won't stop texting me.
Yeah.
Huh? How you feeling?
I'm excited.
Are you?
Yeah.
Phil doesn't strike me as somebody that listens to music, though. I think Phil goes home in complete silence when he's in his car.
That's funny because I have had people come in the gym before, and I just like my headphones died or something, and I'm working out and nobody's in here, and they're like, "Are you squatting to podcasts?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." Like, that's fucking nuts. I'm like, I don't know.
Diabolical.
A lot of music in my life.
Yeah, I can see that.
No, we got some. I got new noise canceling headphones because I was like, all right, we got Drake. I might need to go a little bit further than the Meta glasses for some music. I might need to really not have people be able to talk to me.
Who did you go with for noise canceling headphones?
I went with the cheapest shit that Jeff Bezos could supply. I was like, for $20, let's see how long these last.
Okay.
Because the last ones I got for Sony $100, they lasted 3 years.
Wow. Impressive.
And they were just my sweat headphones. So I was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm excited. It should be. I like Angry Drake.
I like. Do we even consider him Angry Drake? Do we call him Angry or Sassy Drake?
He's like unapologetically apathetic Drake.
Oh, okay, that's deep. Deep.
He like sits up and then raps instead of slump. I don't know.
1 a.m. in Albany, man. He took shots at the GOAT, LeBron James.
Yeah.
Huh? He made. Did you catch the J. Cole reference?
By the way, he's not. LeBron is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Yeah, he's the greatest of our time. But yeah, he took some shots.
Did you hear the J. Cole shot?
No, I didn't hear that one.
He said he something about being married, and anyways, he took some shots at J. Cole. He took some shots at Kendrick, which I don't think is a smart move. He took some shots at Joe Budden.
I heard the Joe Budden one. That was funny.
He took shots at Abel.
Damn.
Abel the Weeknd. And I think the one thing that people are underestimating about this project is 40 is back.
Yeah.
40 hadn't been back for some time. He had, like these last couple projects.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of work with Boy Wonder and some of these other producers.
Yeah, and 40 was doing stuff for other people.
Yeah, but he was also dealing with I think just his own overall health.
Yeah.
That we learned from Pusha T as well.
Crazy.
But I think that this is gonna be something to remember, man. I think it's gonna be a classic album for sure. I think it's gonna be 5 mics.
5 mics.
You remember those days?
Yeah, I do. I heard that.
Were you around for 5 mics?
5 mics.
Wow, that's crazy.
I ain't heard that in a while.
Side note, did you hear? I don't know if it was one of those credible sources that just rated Chris Brown's album.
No.
I think it was Pitchfork.
Well, they give it a 3 out of 10.
1.8
out of 10.
They hate that nigga. He is always gonna be a domestic violent. They hate that nigga. That album was fire, by the way. His album was like a 9 or a 10, bro.
It's not my favorite type of Chris Brown album.
Did you hear it though?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
you heard all 27 songs?
I didn't hear all 27.
Come on, bro. So then how can you give an opinion about what you rated if you didn't hear all 27 songs?
So here's the deal. I listened to all 27 songs,
yeah.
but like I didn't sit down to be able to delineate them.
I'm going to tell you the only 2 songs I didn't like from the project. Can you guess?
The ones that are already out.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry. I mean the ones that he released as singles
well,
beforehand.
I don't know. The album's out.
No, I know, but he released two or three of them.
What were they? No, the
Uh,
Leon Thomas one was fire.
and then the other one was what? Depends. The one with Bryson Tiller.
That was fire.
Yeah, I agree.
Sexy Red
Oh,
and
yeah.
Glorilla.
Yeah,
Hated that song.
I like Glorilla, but Sexy Red gets on my nerves.
I don't want to hear neither one of those chicks on a Chris Brown album.
Now that I agree with.
And then the other person was NBA Youngboy.
I agree.
Those were the 2 songs I hated most.
The only people, I shouldn't say the only people. That's too extreme. But Chris Brown should rap before any of those people should be rapping on his album.
I totally agree. The other thing that I loved about the album was the cover art. It gave me Luther Vandross, Al Green, like, you know, that
Michael
old,
Jackson,
that
yeah.
throwback shit.
The
Hey,
shit.
I love that shit. That was like his publicist being like, Chris, you want to do the Super Bowl, right? You got to do this album cover.
Oh, he ain't never
You got to do
doing
it
the
this
Super
way.
Bowl.
I think he can. I think he will.
You think he can?
I know he can,
Like
but
he can.
but I think he will.
That'd be impressive for him.
I mean, Chris Brown and Usher are about to go on tour.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, Chris Brown he's one of the most talented people we've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it would be a disservice not to see him on the biggest stage for a sporting event like the Super Bowl.
Well, it would, I'll tell you what, every time I turn around and I look at him and people are like, huh, he's still getting punished. Or more so when people are like, man, I just don't know if we're going to forget what Chris Brown did. I'm like, ain't nobody forgot. That man's supposed to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
All I see every time I see him is all the money that's left on the table. That man down like 600-700 M. He's supposed to have done stadium tours 10 years ago.
Yeah, man. That is insane.
He fake Michael Jackson, man.
My last Drake question. How many songs, if you had to guess? 15, 20, maybe even a double disc?
Yeah, 20, double disc. It's a streaming era.
You think it's a double disc?
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's a double disc.
And especially, yeah, we got these little leaks, which basically, they're not real leaks. Let's be honest. Those are not leaks. Those are throwaways.
Yeah.
They're not leaks. That's just, put these out there.
Yeah, I agree. I think that also, clearly I think he's going to have a lot to say, right? And yeah, I'm just curious as to, I already think that regardless of whether or not you stand on the Kendrick side or the Drake side, both communities are going to want to listen to that fucking album, which are going to help the overall
Virality.
the virality of the album. And you're going to see everybody use a quote in May, including myself.
People love to hate Drake.
You know what I mean? But the pod wouldn't be a pod if we didn't reach out to our satellite correspondent briefly. Are you ready for this, Phil?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Kelly Matthews, how are you doing?
You can't lose body fat and gain muscle at the same time. You sure can. It's called body recomposition, but it doesn't happen by accident. So here is exactly what you need to know about body recomp if it's something that you're interested in. You need to be eating within your maintenance calorie range. Your maintenance calories are not one exact number. It's actually a fairly large range. So use the calorie calculator or macro calculator, find that number, and you want to be within 200 calories under or 200 calories over that number, and that is your range that you want to stay in. If you go too low, you're not going to be able to gain muscle. If you go too high, you're going to have a hard time losing body fat. You also need to ensure that you are eating enough protein because that is what's going to fuel your muscle growth. If you're not eating enough of it, you're going to have a really hard time growing muscle. So 1.2 to 1.7 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day is typically what research supports for people that are active and consistently lifting. On the training side, you need to be lifting, and you need to be lifting close enough to failure. 1 to 3 reps away from failure is your sweet spot for muscle growth. Practice progressive overload, get on a program. That is the best way for you to know that you are progressing and challenging yourself enough to get the results that you're looking for. You can't lose body.
All right, man. Well, I'm trying to lose some weight, Phil. Tell me. I don't understand a word this woman just said. Body recomp, deficit, calorie deficit, over, under. Explain to me what she's saying in layman terms.
Yeah, this is something that I've talked to people about recently. Maybe because the sun's coming out, people step on scales more. But it's funny because people often start working out, and some people start working out to lose weight, and then after they've done it for a while, they start saying things like, "Hey, man, I stepped on the scale, and I look in the mirrors. I had to buy new clothes. Like I'm 2 notches down on my belt, but the scale is the same." And they're like, "I don't understand." And I'm like, "Well, first of all, that is an accidental recomp. What happened is you lost body fat, you gained muscle, so you stayed the same weight, but you took up less space." And they're like, "But how come I'm not losing weight?" And I'm like, just straight up, you're not losing weight because you didn't eat less. And that's straight up what it is. Now, you can be healthy without losing weight. Obviously, getting less fat, getting more muscle, that you're becoming healthier. But if you want to lose weight, you have to eat less. And I think she made a good point in being like, you need to stay within your maintenance range, because when people want to eat less, the first thing they do is be like, all right, I'm just going to eat less. And it's just like a vibe. And it can't be a vibe, just like working out can't be just a vibe. You can't just lift what's hard. You have to know your strengths, your percentages, your lifting to failure, your eating. You have to know what you eat so you can know how much less to eat, because you don't need to eat that much less, just like 300 calories less, which is not that much.
It is not that much.
But a lot of people try to starve themselves and they eat 900 less, or they eat 1,000 less. And then it's Saturday and they make up that 2,000 because they're starving.
It's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Losing weight is not starving yourself. It's specifically and intentionally eating a little bit less.
Like if you're trying to lose weight based on output versus input to get to your 300 calorie difference between.
Yeah, you're trying to, I mean, basically people have to figure out how much food they eat every day to stay the same weight.
Right.
And then you eat a little bit less than that.
And so how does somebody go through that process to establish what that range is?
You have to do the same way. You're in the weight room and you're like, today I went on my phone and I did 315 for 3 on my trap bar, and I wrote that down. So I know next week I need to do 320. The next week I need to do 325 so I can incrementally increase. Your food has to be the same thing. It can't just be, oh, I ate this. And you have to know what you ate. And especially things like butter, and let's use a healthier version, avocado, guacamole. Yo, there are things where like the difference between this much and this much is a big difference. So you can't just like feel it out. You have to specifically know how much you're eating if you want to change it.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't want to do, and I get that.
Summer bodies, here we come. Ow. No?
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Do you have anything you want to promote? Share with the community? Anything you're doing? Anything you're working on?
Oh, yeah, I'm getting ready for a track meet this summer. That's my summer body.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm about to be fast as fuck, boy.
Ooh. I got 1,000 on my dog field.
But I do follow a lot of old people. These motherfuckers in the rest of the country is fast as shit, so I'm gonna keep it in the Northwest.
No doubt.
All right. Promotion. We got some stuff coming up in July. I be writing newsletters. Soleil sends text messages. Read them. If you have questions about my newsletter that I wrote, feel free to ask me. If you have questions that I answered in my newsletter, don't say that shit to my face. That'll piss me off.
That part. I don't have anything that I want to promote, but I do want to give a huge shout out to Nate, man. We thinking about you. We love you, brother, man. And we can't wait to get you back, man. Take as much time as you need. And we'll see you when you get back, man.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, man, Rob, do you have anything you want to promote, share with anybody, man, before we sign off this evening?
Yeah, I don't have any dates for you guys just yet, but we will be releasing the first AF film this summer.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
So that's super exciting. We're in the editing process right now. I'll share more details in a little bit, but
So it's all filmed.
it's all shot. It's all filmed.
Post-production.
We're in post-production.
Hell yeah.
That's it. It's official.
That's crazy.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
More to
man.
come.
You doing anything before then? You doing any races? You doing anything you never done before?
Yeah, I got a couple races coming up. I got New York City, High Rocks next week, 2 weeks from now. And then also doing a Ragnar relay later this summer. And my first ultra marathon trail race in September.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got a big year. And a marathon this summer too.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a lot going on.
That's a lot of running. That's a lot of miles.
Yeah.
That's it.
There you go, man.
We
We'll
are
see.
now a running podcast.
We are. We are.
Bell, you got to do middle distance.
Fuck that. Them running days is behind me, big dog. You find me at your local stair machine. All right, man. Well, anyways, man, till next time, man, we appreciate you. Please do us a favor. Like, share, subscribe. We love to get your feedback too, man. If there are things you want to hear more about on the podcast, please comment below. And we'd love to highlight that in one of our segments moving forward, man. So till next time, man, shout out to everybody. We love you. Big shout out to Nate again, man, and his family. Peace.